Hello, everyone! What brought you here today? Is it a feeling of fatigue, frustration, or a lack of motivation? You're not alone. To achieve a minimalist lifestyle filled with freedom and peace, I've had to go through a challenging journey, battling my own laziness along the way. You know, laziness is the biggest barrier that can make even the simplest plans and ideas feel out of reach. Ideas will stay on paper if we don't have the courage to push past the excuses we create for ourselves. To truly live a minimalist life, you need to commit to taking action every day and overcome all forms of procrastination. Today, I'll share the tips I've used to easily conquer laziness and gradually move toward a more peaceful, meaningful life. To help you understand better how laziness can hold us back from reaching our goals, let me share an interesting story about my neighbor. She came to me hoping for some advice on how to organize her life, specifically, how to simplify and put things in order when she felt so stuck. She knew that I had been living a minimalist lifestyle for years and had watched my videos, genuinely wanting to make a change. But then, with an embarrassed smile, she admitted that her biggest obstacle was procrastination. Initially, she planned to tidy up her house, but thought, I'll get to it tomorrow. Tomorrow turned into the next day, and before long, a whole week had gone by. Her clutter remained as chaotic as ever, and her plans to live more minimally remained just a distant idea. Determined to try again, she thought, all right, let's start by controlling my spending. Yet the next day, she couldn't resist some items on sale online. Just this one thing, she told herself. But soon enough, her cart was full, and her bank account was noticeably lighter. Listening to her story, I laughed, as I, too, had been caught in the same cycle of procrastination. Her story reminds us that sometimes what keeps our plans out of reach isn't that they're too complicated, but simply that we haven't been determined enough to overcome our own procrastination. I had to ask myself how I managed to beat procrastination to pursue a minimalist lifestyle, and the answer was clear. So let's dive into the first step, without further delay. Instead of complaining that everything is too difficult, or concluding that you can't do it, try asking yourself, what can I do right now? This simple question shifts you from a passive to an active mindset, focusing on the things you can control. The key is not about completing everything at once, but having the courage to start, even with a small step. For example, if you've been procrastinating on learning a new skill like a foreign language, don't let the thought of having to learn hundreds of words overwhelm you. Instead, tell yourself, today, I'll spend 10 minutes learning 5 new words or watching a short video in that language. These small but consistent actions will gradually lead to significant progress. Changing your mindset from I can't to what can I do right now will make tasks feel lighter and more manageable. A long journey doesn't begin with perfection, but with the patience to take one small step at a time. Sometimes you might feel lost, as if you've run out of motivation to keep going. In those moments, pause for a while and ask yourself, why did I start? What made you want to embrace minimalism or pursue that goal in the first place? Recall the feeling of imagining a lighter, freer life, unburdened by unnecessary things. If you realize that your goal no longer holds meaning for you, don't be afraid to change direction. Seek something new that inspires you. But if your heart still yearns for it, if you still believe that minimalism is the path to peace and happiness, then persevere. Every journey has its challenges, but each small step brings you closer to the life you desire. Remember, simplifying is not just about decluttering your possessions. It's about decluttering your mind and your life. If you refuse to give up, that determination will become the greatest force driving you forward. If you often procrastinate because your tasks feel boring, exhausting, or meaningless, don't force yourself to conform to someone else's standards. Don't let others' definitions of productivity put unnecessary pressure on you. Instead, take the time to figure out what truly matters to you and develop a work approach that aligns with your goals, values, and personal style. I always try to turn tasks into enjoyable experiences, finding ways to stay motivated, happy, and efficient. For instance, if cleaning feels tedious, I play my favorite music, set a 15-minute timer, and turn tidying up into a small challenge. The result? A decluttered space that helps me embrace a minimalist lifestyle, along with a refreshing and uplifting feeling. If studying feels overwhelming, try a more enjoyable approach. Instead of sitting at a desk for hours, you could learn a new language through podcasts while walking or watch short videos to make the process more dynamic and engaging. Sometimes, detailed plans can also feel overwhelming. If you find yourself struggling, consider a minimalist approach. Set just 1 to 2 small goals to accomplish for the day, instead of overwhelming yourself with a long to-do list. Focusing on fewer, meaningful tasks can make the process lighter and more effective. Courage is not only about facing great challenges, but also about opening up, stepping out of your comfort zone, and accepting the possibility of vulnerability. When you choose to live a closed-off life to avoid pain or disappointment, you are also shutting the door to meaningful experiences and relationships that could enrich your life. Instead of fearing rejection or hurt, try engaging in simple conversations or connecting with people who share your interests. A fresh, positive relationship can offer different perspectives and help you feel that life is more fulfilling. Have you ever wanted to try learning a new skill, like yoga, painting, or a foreign language, but hesitated because you fear you're not good enough or might not stick with it? Don't wait for perfection. Starting with one small step is the key to overcoming fear and unlocking new opportunities. Remember, courage doesn't mean the absence of fear. It means acting in spite of it. In a minimalist lifestyle, courage is about letting go of emotional barriers and procrastination to welcome truly meaningful things. Living fully isn't about avoiding mistakes, but daring to move forward to explore life and discover yourself. Life doesn't wait, and to truly embrace the rhythm of this world, you must change from the roots, from your inner soul to your outward actions. Begin the journey by focusing on yourself, investing in your energy, and nurturing the most important aspects of your life. Take care of your body. Your body is the home of your soul, so treat it with respect. Regular exercise not only boosts your physical health, but also enhances your mental well-being. Choose meals that are healthy, simple, and nutritious. A strong, healthy body provides the foundation for pursuing your bigger goals and living life to the fullest. Build positive relationships. The people around you reflect your energy. Surround yourself with those who bring motivation, positivity, and joy into your life. Invest in meaningful connections that uplift and inspire you. Nurture your soul. Take a moment to pause and listen to how you speak to yourself. Are you encouraging and kind, or do you often criticize and doubt yourself? Make it a habit to cheer yourself on and treat yourself with care and compassion. Develop new skills. Invest in personal growth by learning something new. It could be taking a cooking class, learning a new language, improving communication skills, or trying your hand at playing a musical instrument. Every new skill brings you closer to the best version of yourself and opens up exciting opportunities in life. To pursue a minimalist lifestyle, you don't need to follow a rigid schedule, but you do need to create a structure that aligns with your values and goals. Many people live without habits, opting for a go-with-the-flow mindset. But this often leads to exhaustion and procrastination. If you've ever felt overwhelmed by a chaotic schedule, try simplifying your daily routines. Identify what's truly essential. Instead of spending hours scrolling through social media, dedicate that time to exercising, meditating, tidying up, or being creative. Clear habits not only provide structure, but also help you live in alignment with the principles of minimalism. Rather than letting the day dictate your mood or productivity, take charge. Build habits that suit your life and stick to them. This will not only make you more efficient, but also bring you closer to the simple, fulfilling life you deserve. If you want to improve productivity and embrace a minimalist lifestyle, start by reducing distractions. This doesn't mean completely giving up social media, but learning to use it mindfully. For instance, set time limits, such as spending only 4 minutes a day browsing, or schedule specific times for checking updates and news. On weekends, instead of letting time slip away by staying in bed or endlessly scrolling through your phone, I choose to make the most of my free time to refresh myself. Spending a morning without touching my phone and focusing on tidying up my living space helps me feel lighter and more motivated. Sometimes, I take a walk outdoors, enjoying the fresh air and peaceful moments without the constant interruptions of notifications. These simple activities are a fantastic way to recharge and regain balance. I also like to participate in community activities or meet up with friends to foster connections and enrich my life. And instead of scrolling through my phone before bed, I often read an inspiring book or journal to reflect on and record meaningful moments from the day. These small changes not only help me make better use of my time and energy, but also give me a greater sense of control over my life, making each day more meaningful and fulfilling. You know, living in a negative environment or maintaining toxic relationships is like carrying a heavy backpack throughout your life journey. Such relationships don't just drain your energy, but slowly strip away your motivation, leaving you adrift and disconnected from your true goals. In the pursuit of a minimalist lifestyle, it's not just about decluttering material possessions, but also carefully evaluating the people around you. If someone makes you feel exhausted, stressed, or even doubt yourself, it's a clear sign to pause, observe, and reassess. The relationships worth keeping are the ones that bring positive energy and inspire you to grow. Remember, you are the one in control of your mind, energy, and direction. Don't let anyone derail you with their negativity. Minimalism is not just about creating a simpler physical space. It's about curating the right people to journey alongside you. Let every step of your path be light and meaningful. Jim Rohn, a renowned business philosopher and author, once said, "Motivation gets you started, discipline keeps you going." In the journey toward a minimalist lifestyle, motivation is the spark that ignites the first step. But it is discipline that keeps you on track and helps you achieve your goals. Sometimes, maintaining discipline requires setting small penalties for yourself when you fail to meet your objectives. I often use this approach to hold myself accountable. For instance, if I procrastinate on tidying up or completing a task, I impose a no shopping rule on myself for a week. This aligns perfectly with the minimalist mindset and helps me reflect more carefully on what I truly need. If I fail to meet my daily goals, I add 15 to 20 minutes to my workout session, both to compensate for lost time and to boost my health. Occasionally, I even ban myself from leisure activities like watching movies or playing games for an entire day. These penalties aren't meant to be harsh, but to ensure I take responsibility for my commitments. More importantly, they help me stay disciplined and make my minimalist journey more practical and effective every single day. Have you ever felt that life has become dull, even when you seem to lack nothing? That's because happiness doesn't come from what you own, but from the sense of moving forward rather than standing still. When you stop growing and challenging yourself, the joy of living begins to fade away. In the journey toward a minimalist lifestyle, progress doesn't have to involve grand changes. It's often the small, intentional steps that make the biggest difference. Start by decluttering items that no longer serve a purpose, creating a tidier, lighter space for your mind and soul. Spend less time on things that don't matter and more on activities that nurture your inner self, such as reading, writing, or learning a new habit. These small but consistent efforts will bring a deeper sense of purpose to your everyday life. Progress isn't about running as fast. It's about moving forward steadily, even if it's just a little each day. Don't let yourself fall into stagnation, because when you stop progressing, you don't just lose happiness, you risk losing yourself. Have you ever asked yourself what role you play in your own life? You are the main character in the movie called My Life. So why do so many of us live as if we're just extras, admiring other people's lives and wishing we could be like them? I used to feel the same way, constantly dreaming of living like the people I admired. But the truth is, the only real difference between them and me was that they took action, while I stood still. Procrastination is like a sweet whisper, tempting you to step off the track and stand on the sidelines. But don't fool yourself. You're not a victim of circumstance. Laziness doesn't come from the outside. It stems from your decision to do nothing. Everyone has their own struggles and moments of feeling stuck. But the harsh truth is this: no one has the time to care about your problems forever. Life doesn't stop just because you're tired or overwhelmed. It keeps moving forward, and if you don't act, you'll be left behind. You're not the center of the universe, but you can be the center of your own life. Remember, no one else will live your life for you, and no one else is responsible for the days you waste. Sympathy, if it comes at all, is fleeting. After that, everyone goes back to chasing their own goals. And you? Will you choose to stand still and watch life pass you by, or will you rise up and do something meaningful for yourself? Always remember, you're living your life, and you deserve to shine. Don't let anyone else write your story. Take the pen into your own hands, starting today, and craft a narrative worth admiring. A story that, when you look back, makes you proud to be the strong, determined, and unstoppable main character of your life. This life is yours, and you are the only one who can change and shape it. No one can live for you, make decisions for you, or help you achieve your dreams unless you take the first step yourself. Give yourself the love, perseverance, and faith needed to overcome challenges. Remember, every effort, no matter how small, brings you closer to a fulfilling and meaningful life. I hope my insights can serve as inspiration on your journey to self-improvement. Don't hesitate any longer. Take action right after this video ends. I believe you can do it.